With the Financial Guys app, you can now find all of our content in one convenient place. Listen to our podcast or past radio shows and get notified when special episodes drop. For all things Financial Guys, download our app, available in your app store today.
Welcome to our ever-popular roundtable with all four financial guys, 3 Mikes and a Glenn. We're definitely not a law firm, but we could be. We're here to talk about...
Oh, no, that was a good one. Nobody else laughed at that? You're too serious, man.
We're here to talk money, politics, or whatever Glenn tweeted at 2 a.m. I'm Anne. With me is Mike Lomas, the guy that puts common sense on compound interest.
Oh, nice.
We've got Glenn Wiggle, is a tariff whisperer, rumor crusher, and professional eye roller when there are silly clips from these liberals. Mike Sprazza, the guy that asks, what does Joy or Whoopi have to say before every single day? Maybe a new segment's going to be Race to the View. Who gets on first, Matt Walsh or Mike Sprazza?
There you are.
It'll be good. And then Mike Hayflick as well, our resident best-selling author. I'm pretty certain he brought footnotes to this fist fight, but we'll see how that goes. He brought it right there. So buckle up. Lomas, first one's yours. AI is exploding across the country, and prices are about to bulk up, or will we all be on Ozempic for the next 12 months? Like, does this make recession more or less likely to occur?
Ozempic. I like that.
Yeah.
Here, AI is the ultimate equalizer in bringing down prices, right? We've got a huge shortage of labor in this country. We are 80,000 plumbers short, 81,000 electricians short, 79,000 truck drivers short. Yes, see, I did do some research for this, right? We are short labor all over the board. Nurses, we are almost 100,000 nurses short. So when you think about that, right? So what's going to replace all this AI technology? And we're not even remotely close to losing jobs. So we're going to replace jobs, switch jobs. But so to answer your question about inflation, when you get labor and you get more competition, you're going to get better pricing. And so that should help with pricing. The thing about AI technology, over the last 10 years, what we used to do 10 years ago that would take 10 years is now taking less than 2 years. The old rule would be that you want to try to double technology every 2 years. They're saying now that with AI, they're doubling it every 6 months. So think about how fast that is progressing. Right?
It's unbelievable. I mean, think about it. I mean, in the last 6 months.
Yeah,
it's
but
what we've been able to do in the last 6 months.
But we're still way off, right? And I'm not no tech guru, but I'll tell you this. There's a lot of cool shit that's been created, but a lot of stuff that doesn't work, right? Like our internet. I mean, how many times are we bitching and screaming about our internet? Like, this is basic stuff, right?
To be fair, though, Mike, Erie County still can't put in basic internet and, Erie Net and things like that. That's what's amazing.
Well, you do know they have it in some spots.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like Franklinville. Yeah. They've put fast internet in Franklinville. I don't know why that is. Right. Like what gave Franklinville the priority on that? But to answer your question, AI technology will be the ultimate equalizer. It's replacing the cheap labor in China, which is allowing us to be way more competitive. Why we're not reducing corporate taxes even further to bring more corporations back here is beyond me. Although I just saw this morning that the Trump administration is now getting rid of student loans. Is that right? I don't. Was that true? Or
for some, I have to read it.
I mean, that's absolutely freaking disgusting. It's like, just when you think you have an opportunity to get rid of some of this crap, it's like, okay, well, hold my beer. I guess we'll just go back to like who's shittier, the Democrats or the Republicans? At least the Democrats, I know where they stand. They're left-wing whack job, nut jobs. Communist, socialist. The Republicans tell me they're going to cut stuff. I mean, that's a no. You don't pay people's,
You took the
tuition off. You took the loan.
You took the
response. Oh my gosh!
Talk about starting off life with a wrong message of, oh, don't worry about it. You took this liability on, but you know what? You don't have to worry about that liability. Everybody else will cover it for you. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Mike, you just talked about job shortages. You could literally go get a second job or a third job work your tail off and pay off your student loans a lot faster than what they claim it's going to take.
Well, that's the thing. I think the misconception out there right now is, kids can't afford stuff. Well, it depends on what you're going to do, right? And I have used this example till I'm blue in the face. My niece and her future husband, they are 21 years old. They just bought their first house, $275,000. He is an electrician, zero debt. The company paid him to get all his certifications when he graduated from Maryville. He's going to make well over $100,000 this year. She is working, to your point, 2 jobs. She works at the Galleria Mall, runs a store, and selling real estate. Between the two of them, 21, they'll make about $180,000 this year. Right. They can afford a house.
21 years old. 21 because they're go-getters. My mom gave me a T-shirt, and I still have it to this day. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work. And you got all these kids coming out of college with all kinds of talent, and they just refuse to work. Forget about the unemployment rates. We have the lowest labor participation rate in the country's history. Yes. I mean, we simply have people that refuse to work. And when the Democrats and the Republicans in the big beautiful bill slipped in, hey, if you're 28 able-bodied single adult with no dependents, maybe we should bump that back to 25 or 6 for you to qualify for Medicaid. Right? They went crazy, like, oh my God, we can't. It's ridiculous.
To your point, we have 40% of the 350 million people in this country that don't work.
Right.
Now, some of them are retired. Right. So some of them are retired on Social Security. You've helped them optimize that. But some of them are on welfare. Right. We've got 13 million people just on food stamps, SNAP alone.
Able-bodied. That's the thing. It's not like they're like, they got in a car accident. They got back problems. They got issues. No. You got no problem putting on a furry costume and running to a protest. You should have no problem putting on a uniform and running to a job. Right.
My favorite, by the way, is those protests where they're interviewing them and they're like, "What are you here for?" And they have no
idea.
None of them.
I have a great one. The lady, and she's like, "I can't do this anymore.
I can't do this.
None of them can."
She goes, "How much time do you have?" He goes, "I got a couple minutes." She goes, "Okay." Not one. She could not come up with one. These are all paid protesters, right? This is how they are getting paid. Honestly,
some of them are brain dead. They're just
a lot of them are actually getting paid, and I guarantee you they're not declaring the income. I would love for Trump to use the IRS like Obama did, but actually go after people who are committing tax fraud as opposed to just people that are conservatives. You know what I mean? Because a lot of these, they're not declaring the income for sure.
Part of getting paid for that, though, don't you think there'd be like something where you'd have to know what you're going there for to at least if somebody does put a microphone in your face?
No,
like to me, if simple, like just give them 3 topics. That's all you got to do. Just give them 3 bullet points. It shouldn't be that hard. Like
you see that
what's shocking about some of these protesters is I'm looking at some of these No Kings protests. I mean, they're all white boomers. I mean, they're all. It's incredible. Like not a single black person in the crowd. So these white boomers are out there protesting to keep crime in these inner cities. Those people aren't out there protesting. They're like, bring me the guard, please. Clean up my streets. My kid's got to walk to school. I'm afraid he's going to get shot in the head on the way back from school. Like, bring in, and then of course the ones that get out of line. That who was it? One of the big CEOs recently, he's like, "Yeah, we want it in San Francisco." Oh no, I didn't even say that. Like somebody, somebody called him like, "You can't say that. You can't." I mean, it looks like you're supporting Trump.
Part of earning $1 billion is to have the ability to be able to say, "Piss off." I'll say what I want to say. Right. And it's so sad. Well, by the way, who made the $1 billion by government contracts? Yeah. And I'm sure if you follow the money for this scumbag. And I'll call him a scumbag because you live in a city that's an absolute shithole. The crime is rampant.
Well,
people are crapping in the streets. He knows it. He admits it and then backs up. The only reason he would back out of that is because they probably said, "Hey, you like those government contracts you're getting?
Right.
You better shut your mouth."
Yeah. Who was that? Who was that guy? I can't remember his name now.
He was CEO of something.
CEO of what though? I can't think of the company.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
I don't remember. Well,
by the way, to that No Kings thing, though, Trump does another Trump thing and just posts pictures of himself with a crown and a thorn, like everything.
I love it.
Like the king. I mean, it's to be honest, like watching some video. I'm sure you saw him, Glenn, on Twitter. Watching some of the videos of those people, I don't know one right the guy's taken away from anybody.
No,
and he actually said it perfect. He said it perfect the other day. He said, I am not a king. I love my country and I want the best for this country. And that's exactly right. If you're a king or Hitler, you want the best for you, not for your country. And he doesn't.
If they did that, they'd be able to answer the question real fast, right?
Yeah.
Here's what they're taking away, right? I can't go into a mall anymore. I can't do this. I can't do that, right? None of them have.
Remember they told us that he was going to take women's rights away from voting?
Right. When does
when did that happen? Yeah.
They can't name a single thing. I mean, we can play some of those videos, but when and it's not like it's an isolated case. They go protester, the protester, the protester, the protester. Yeah. And it's like, okay, so what rights? Well, we're here protesting no kings. We don't have any kings. Okay, what has he done that's king-like? What has he done that's authoritarian? Well,
we don't like the direction of what's going on.
Yeah, we don't like his policies. Okay, fine. You don't like his policies. It doesn't mean this is the whole problem with this whole budget debate we got going on right now. The Republicans passed a policy. They passed a big, beautiful bill. In it, there were things like reining in the fraud in Medicaid. The Democrats don't like it. You lost the vote. You lost the House. Yeah. The Republicans didn't shut down Congress when they rammed through the Inflation Reduction Act garbage. Right, it's just the same philosophy, right? They rammed through the Inflation Reduction Act and added all kinds of garbage, green energy garbage, and pork and expand. Republicans didn't just shut down the government and say, no, we're not going to do it. Essentially, that's what the Democrats are doing. The other thing the Democrats are doing, which is maddening, is you guys passed an expiration to these credits, right? Remember we talked about Obamacare so long ago, and what they did was they built in all the revenue up front, but then none of the actual expenses started for 3 or 4 years. Well, guess what?
Until Obama was out of office,
Well, all that revenue now was all temporary, and some of that revenue is now expiring, right? Like this year. And the Democrats are like, oh, my God, how are we going to pay for this monstrosity? Great question, guys. Yeah. Should have thought of that when you passed this garbage bill to begin with. But, I think they're going to – at the end of the day, at least this time, you've got some Congress people that are agreeing and keeping the government shut down. Because the last time it was like, and including people like Chris Collins, it was like, oh, my God, we can't shut the government down.
Can't do that.
You wanted a landslide last time you did. People realize that you're standing up for American taxpayers.
I was talking to Olivia yesterday. She's constantly asking me questions, and she goes, Dad, I don't really see anything different. I'm like, bingo.
Nope. Nothing. Bingo.
That's because they're non-essential.
That's the danger that the Democrats have, is that every day this goes on and Americans realize that their life is not any worse. And in fact, in a lot of cases, it's better. Yeah. Then I think, look, again, for 99% of Americans, this doesn't affect us not one bit, right? Not one. If obviously if you work for the government, if you work for the military, if you're not getting paid, that's a big deal. We understand that.
Military, they paid the military last week, though.
Which is great. Which is great. By the way, Democrats are trying to block that. It tells you exactly. I mean, he just plays them. If there was an honest media, the Democrats would never see power again. Honestly, never.
21 days in, right? The shutdown, I think it's 21 days today.
Is it really that long?
Yeah. 21 days. What are you thinking? Before Thanksgiving, it's over?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Democrats are going to cave, for sure.
The moderate ones, the ones who want to win their next election.
Yeah, they're not getting what they want to get out of this. They're not getting the public support that they think they are.
That can't be the sticking
I think
point.
They'll cave.
That is the sticking point.
Yeah.
The sticking point is free health care to illegals. That is a sticking point.
Yeah. They're not going to cave on that one.
Yeah.
They see where it's going. 30 electoral votes now in Florida. That state's going to be worth 40 and 50 if it keeps going this way.
Well, as Texas redistricts, as these states redistrict,
that's a problem for them.
You got to remember, all these liberal states redistrict already. So all these threats of we're going to redistrict in New York, we're going to redistrict in California. You did it. Massachusetts has
they're way ahead.
How long have I been saying that? California's worth 54 votes. It's going to go down in the 40s. Texas is going to continue to go the other way. Florida is going to continue to go the other way, and New York's going to continue to stay even or go down. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
To be fair to what Glenn said, that's the funniest thing. We're Democrats right now, and not just politicians, but voters are like, how could you dare redistrict in Texas? It's like, well, where have you been in New York over the last 5 to 8 years?
Well,
they've done this 1,000 times.
To their credit, they continue to nonstop move forward, man.
Yeah, they do.
That's what the Democrats do with the Republicans.
Grind forward.
Not do. They're not going to negotiate with you. They will lie to your face. Yeah. They'll lie to the media. They don't care. Whatever.
They'll kill you. Actually, they will kill you if they don't.
Yes, they'll run you over with their car if that's what it takes, or shoot you in the neck, whatever.
Yep.
Speaking of which,
they're saying
another attempt with not attempt, but another potential with the tree stand across from the airport.
Yep.
How does somebody even get a stand up that's within range? I mean, seriously, right? I mean,
well, first of all, is another thing. Olivia and I were talking about. She's like, "Is there actually hunting on Palm Beach Island? Like, is that
not by the airport? There isn't. Not there.
But isn't there like $70 trillion homes there? Like those guys.
Well, the other problem I have with it is like this is the airport that the president flies to all the time. Like of all airports, that's the one that should be like completely blocked off and everything. How does that even happen?
Well,
it's right behind a sheriff's office. That's the other thing. It's like it's right behind some law enforcement facilities. Like it's like what the heck? They'll find the person that put it up.
FBI headquarters.
I was just saying the same place as the building that the guy got on at the Trump rally, like just surrounded by police. But
even him, I mean, all right, so
we're off topic, Anne.
Well, it's 2025. I mean, really, he's not walking through a bulletproof to get on the. I mean, some kind of shield or something.
I know.
Yeah,
remember the Pope Mobile? He got shot.
I call it the King Mobile. Actually,
that's King Mobile. Well, the Pope Mobile. Remember, the Pope got shot, and then they put him in. They wanted to keep putting him out there, so they put him in a glass, like a glass. Fireproof box or whatever.
I mean, look at if you can't figure out how to map out those areas and close those areas out and protect those areas, then
it's crazy.
That's what you got to do, right? You know what they did? They got him a shorter step. Did you see that? Like how asinine is that? Really, a shorter step.
Shorter step. So you can move faster.
It's 30
Keep your head down. Move faster, Mr. President. He's 79 years old, for God's sakes.
Ready, go.
How about doing your job, Secret Service? I'm telling you, Obama corrupted every single agency, and the Secret Service still has some serious issues. Remember, they were partying during Obama with hookers and cocaine down in South America. This is our Secret Service, right? Talk about being compromised. I'm sure they're probably still working there.
Good news is in New York City, the hookers will be legal soon. So,
wasn't that the argument though? That if you stayed a certain low proximity to the ground, you wouldn't get COVID. I think as long as Trump is like at 7 feet or lower, he's
that's right. Bullets just go right over.
Essentially, and no chicken wings don't constitute a meal.
No. You know, they should really bring in the National Guard. Put the National Guard all the way around Palm Beach International.
100%.
They just Trump needs to have his own security in addition to the Secret Service. If I were him, again, I would have my own paramilitary force that's following me around because they're going to attempt it again. They're going to try again and again and again because what Trump is doing is he's changing the world stage. He is renegotiating trade deals. He's fostering peace, negotiating peace deals around the world. I mean, he is changing the globe, and that's what he wants to do. He wants to, as I've always said, he wants to his name on the tower, right? He wants his legacy. Media can't have that. Media's got to do whatever they can, the left, whatever they can to tear him down. But in reality, he's doing a pretty phenomenal job around the world. He is changing the world order. I mean, we were going, we were barreling headlong down towards the new world order, right? With Klaus Schwab and the WHO, and we're still in a lot of these things. Like, I'd like to see him pull us back out of the WHO.
Every bit.
And again, Republicans, let's pass some legislation that does not allow us to go back into these things, right? That keeps us out of some of these corrupt organizations.
Not expired stuff.
Right.
Not this is going to expire in 2 years. Right.
Yes.
We have 2 years to do this stuff. Starts with voter ID. They can't even figure that out. And I'm sorry.
I was say, by the way, too, Glenn, Trump's got to be careful. JD's got to start to be careful, too, because he is going to be the front runner of this party, and they will go after him soon, too. It's a matter of time.
Yep. Yeah, it's amazing about this is that even after all of this stuff, right, they're still calling for violence. Like, you'd think they'd be like, Charlie Kirk, a little too far. Maybe we want to tamp it down for a few months.
Chicago
lay low
teacher
for a little bit.
No, you see a freaking scumbag teacher. She's like this. Like that's what is educating the kids in Chicago. That's right. Now wonder why there's a 20%
elementary school.
Well, Mike, no wonder why that. No wonder why you have guys like Charlie Kirk getting shot.
Of course,
like that is who's telling you.
Well, when you hear the lies out of their mouths, he's taking your health insurance. He's taking away your rights. Women will not be able to vote. I mean, that's what. And when you look at it, that's what's so sickening about the Charlie Kirk thing is he was he was just like, let's talk it through. Let's talk it through. Right. He's exactly what you would want. And that's hard to do. Yeah. I mean, 25 years of radio. It's hard to get on a radio and have try to have an educated conversation with a liberal.
Not with the mentally ill.
Yeah, who thinks somebody should a man should be pissing next to my daughter in a bathroom? Like, that's hard to have a conversation and be like, hey, don't boo. I like screw you.
Charlie was great at it. He was
great at it.
Never attacked.
But it's like having a debate with somebody about the color of the sky.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you're going to have, like, nope, sky's green.
Yeah,
like, how do you have that conversation with somebody? Where do you find common ground if you believe the sky is blue?
And
like
how do you
everybody
not
else
get angry about it? How do you not get angry about it? That's my problem. I get angry. Like,
well, then they start gaslighting you. Like, you're crazy.
I don't. You're an idiot, and I don't want that man in the bathroom with my daughter.
Exactly.
And I am pissed off about it.
I don't even want to have the conversation with you. To be honest with you, if you're look at, I can play some clips here too. Jean-Karine Pierre, right? She's out there, right? She's going, oh my God, Biden was doing interviews 2-3 days a week. Like what?
Right.
Like, do these people think that we
my trivia question?
We were alive the last 4 weeks?
Yeah.
No,
they don't
years.
care.
Like,
they
we were
lie
all
right to
like
your
we
face.
had eyes and ears. Like
they lie.
Does she think that, or is she just blatantly lying?
She's lying. No,
or
lying.
In his fake Oval Office.
Lying.
His fake Oval Office.
It's one of two
Not
things.
anymore. Now Trump's destroying the White House. Did you see that?
Yeah,
I love
Building
that.
a grand ballroom.
Clinton says it's your house, not his.
Yeah.
He's destroying it.
Everything's gold. Brand new ballroom
hilarious.
coming.
He fucking took a crane to it this morning.
They're
He's
losing
like,
their minds.
It's not
They're
big
losing
enough.
their minds.
It's not big enough.
Who's paying for it? He's like, I am. Dumbasses. I'm paying for it. Again, he wants his name on the. He wants his legacy. Like, that's Trump, right? That is quintessential Trump right there. I'm gonna leave my mark on the White House, whether you like it or not, by building a $250 million ballroom. Here, take that.
Bigger and better. and then he's having the fight. We should try to go to that, by the way.
And it's his birthday, June 14th.
My guess is the tickets are going to be outrageously expensive.
Oh my gosh!
But
What's he
if there's
doing?
any way, he's having a UFC fight at the White House lawn.
Really?
Yeah.
On his birthday, June 14th.
I'm totally
that's
into that.
awesome.
I'm totally into that. I've never been to a fight like that.
They're amazing.
I think the undercard's midget wrestling.
I'm
we
in
really
that for
have
sure.
to go.
Yeah, that would be
Conor
something.
McGregor wants like $1 million to fight in that fight.
I'd love to watch him.
If you added that, in all seriousness, if you added that midget wrestling as a pre-fight to the UFC and a lot of like boxing matches and whatnot, you'd sell out every time.
All
every
inclusive.
Time. Yeah.
But and by the way, if you could have midget and then tranny fighting, I mean, talk about a card.
I'm telling you what, if you're a WWE fan, honestly, or whatever the World Wrestling Federation, like the
they're coming to
acting
Buffalo,
wrestlers,
too.
like the old Hulk Hogan and whatnot.
Yeah.
If you
SmackDown.
like that stuff, I'm telling you, these little people are even better. They are
Very
better.
talented.
They're so
talented.
There is
They're
no
so
bigger
good.
promoter across America of midget wrestling than Glenn Wiggle.
I'm
We should
telling
see
you,
if we
they're
could
phenomenal.
sponsor one. We should see if we could.
It's like
sponsor
you
know,
and
we
Joy
should.
Behar.
It's me and Joy. Yeah,
That's right.
Girl.
Listen,
This is way more entertaining than Joy Behar.
Anne's chomping at the bit.
it's fine. You guys are
All
great.
right, sorry, Ann. Sorry, she got
No,
one
no,
question
everything
off.
is wonderful.
It's been 30 minutes.
Yep.
No, it's just kind of a funny thing because these liberals, when you do these No Kings protests and you try to get people to interview them and they're like, well, what are you mad about? And they say, well, we're just here to protest. It's like they're mad, but the details are pending. They don't even know what it's about. They're told to be mad, but they don't know what it is.
On our thread was funny. He goes, do you know why you're here? He goes, nah.
Yeah.
He goes, I was just told we don't like Trump, so I showed up.
Yeah.
And the
Can
one
we
guy's
play
like,
some of those? They're
I'd
so
actually
good.
like to get a beer with this kid. He was the only one that was honest. He's like, yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to protest.
Just go with the flow.
To that point, though, you said it. They're just mad. They're
Right.
angry people.
But they don't know why.
But it's partly just because they don't know why. That's true. But
He
they're
wasn't
just
mad.
built
He
to
was
be.
just happy to be
that
there.
kid wasn't. That kid
No.
wasn't. No, but
Yeah.
the one woman, Glenn, that you and I were talking about before, she was just a horrific person. Like,
Right.
she's a terrible person. She's there. She's been a part of. I forgot who did the research on her, but she's been at she's on one of these committees, and she's been at 1,000 of these, and she just travels the country.
They're
All over the
mad.
place.
They're mad because they're mentally ill, and we're not accepting that. That's what they want.
Yeah.
They want you're mentally ill to think it's a man can show up and change in a women's bathroom, and because you're not accepting that. Now there's
You're a
this
dictator.
group of people that they can get together with that think like them. And for years it was like, there's no group like that. Well, now there is. And that group is trying to stick together to say, like, think about that lady running for governor in California. She's like, well, just because they're attracted to young people doesn't
make them
They're
bad.
pedophiles.
Yeah, like holy crap.
Yeah,
Well,
she's
they-
also a horrible person. She yells at her staff.
Oh,
She's
yeah,
terrible.
yeah.
Katie Porter.
Yeah.
Some of those Katie Porter.
yeah.
Katie
Katie
Porter
Porter.
looks like the typical liberal. If you
Yeah.
see their eyes,
Yeah,
like
the crazy eyes.
yeah,
the
crazy
Governor
eyes.
Walls' wife eyes.
yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah.
like the one that
AOC, she got
what's her-
crazy eyes too.
no,
She does.
the one that
She does.
accused the judge of or the Supreme Court justice of raping her. Blasey Ford. You watch her. Look at her eyes, and then look at that governor's eyes. Identical.
Yeah. Look at the
it's
lady.
like manic, depressive, like suicide. Like
the lady that went after Trump in the department store too. She had crazy eyes too. They all do.
Yes, the billionaire. Who raped the ugly girl at 2:00 in the afternoon in the department store. That made a lot of sense.
In the clothing section.
Anne wants to jump in.
No. So, hey, Flick, you sent that clip over this morning. It was about, I think it was a CNN clip. Mike,
it's so
and
good.
it's just like
it sums it up perfectly.
It's perfect. I mean, you definitely have to play it. It's just one of those things where it's like he won the popular vote. He won, the Electoral College. He won all these different things, and he's actually following up with what it is that everyone elected him to do and what he campaigned on. And now you're mad.
The opposite.
Like this is democracy.
The opposite of a king.
It's unbelievable.
I think
that's
honestly,
how Democrats
while you're looking for that, a lot of these people were never successful. They have no direction. They probably have never had any direction in life. They have no purpose. So as you said, Mike, that their purpose is let's all get together. We're all losers. We all never accomplished a thing. And so together, let's protest something.
Yeah, we're
like it's our
different.
And the young people. It's I get out of mom's basement today. I get some fresh air. I'm going to put sunscreen on because I haven't seen the sun in about 13 months.
Might get a free meal, a book
free
bag.
meal. I hear they're
getting
paid.
I'm telling you, half these kids are getting paid. There's ads out there. They know what the network is, and the Trump administration knows this, and they have now identified the funders. And now, now I'm starting to get excited about some of these prosecutions because now I can start to see how it's starting to form together. Like they're pulling together the RICO laws for mob-style prosecutions. I hope. Because that's what's got to happen, right? They're not going to stop these things.
Do you have this clip?
Yeah, do you want to play it?
It's the reason why government needs to be small. There's too much waste out there.
Overwhelmingly white. They were overwhelmingly elderly people, older people. Now, again, white boomers have the right to have a mass therapy session about the fact that Donald Trump won. But to call it a
that is amazing. Sorry.
Therapy session.
Who is she, by the way?
True.
This is like the third clip I've heard of her. She's good.
It's true.
Is she new to CNN? I don't watch CNN, so.
I don't.
Every once in a while, it's good to watch CNN.
Oh, no, CNN's starting to get more. What's the Jennings? He's
Scott Jennings.
Dude. Yeah. Scott Jennings is awesome. All right, let's play.
Protest to act like he is a king is so utterly preposterous. This is a man who won the popular vote. He won every swing state. He is a person who is enacting the exact agenda he promised he was going to enact while he was campaigning. And so what they're actually protesting is the absolute perfection of American democracy, where a person campaigned on an agenda, won the popular vote, and is now enacting that agenda. So it was actually a protest of democracy, all of which is to say the only way to
worse is you're holding a no kings protest,
right?
And you installed the Democrat candidate this election cycle.
Yeah,
like
I think
the
people
kings.
see that. People see that, right? I mean, they're making themselves look so stupid. They really are. I mean,
they have to find a more moderate candidate, or they are going to get wiped up.
Gavin Newsom's not it.
They need to find a moderate platform. Forget the candidate for a second. Let's just pick a platform of issues that people actually care about, right? They pick these 95-5 issues or 90-10 issues, and then they run with them like it's like you're crazy if you're in the 90. Like
it's
if you're
actually
not
hard to believe.
Nuts.
Now, I know like Trump won in a landslide, but it's hard to believe that they're still getting 40 to 45% of people to vote, right? I mean, to me, that's crazy. I'm thinking, 20% of you are mentally ill and sucking off the system for sure. I get that, but man, it's.
I think though, Mike, a lot of it is, and I just know this from my inner circle. It's a lot of people.
Your inner circle.
Well, but I'm saying Democrats. I'm saying
you're not in it.
I know.
Am I not part of that inner circle?
No, I'm saying Democrat inner circle. I know a lot of people.
Democrat inner
circle. What are you, a double agent?
Friends I grew up with. Yeah, friends I grew up with. Yeah, I know some of them. They don't.
I know some of them.
Of course, I know from where I grew up. They don't see the issues the way that we do because it doesn't impact them on Little Grand Island, right? Like their mind, you're not CNN. Dealing. Well, yeah, exactly. That's my point.
These boomers, these older boomers, man. I'm telling you, your age group is different. But these boomers are all ABC, NBC, CBS, CNN. And when you watch that stuff, I'm telling you, it's like a parallel universe. What they say is Obama was out there, or Biden was out there 2-3 times a week doing press conferences.
No, he's healthy.
Yeah, he was. Like, your brain is...
Glenn, my generation too is the one in the schools that were getting killed with this stuff in colleges. That's they don't know any better, and if they're not impacted by illegal alien, molesting their wife or what, they don't care. It's like, oh, it's not our problem. It's not here. That's fake. Yep, and it's not. Right. It's very much here, and that's why you get 45% of it. Is my point.
They should take a school trip to Chicago, and,
or just go to the neighborhoods
and see.
East side of Buffalo.
I saw a clip. There was a resident of long time, 30 years in Chicago, in downtown Chicago, talking to the mayor saying, what is it that you're doing? You're like, we live there. Bring in the National Guard.
I've been here for 63 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Like we're up for your seats. Like do your job or get out of the way.
I hope they are.
I know.
I hope they show up and vote.
Gavin Newsom's ended homelessness for 25 years in California. It's really going, again, it's just, how do you not see it?
Yeah. All the people that live in those communities want safety.
Right.
They want the National Guard. They want safety. They want the drug dealing cleaned up. They want the gangs cleaned up. They want the guns off the streets. They want it. Those aren't the ones that are protesting at the No Kids rally. Oh,
white suburbia is protesting. That's
right. It's white J.B. Pritzker who's blocking the National Guard from coming in and protecting his residents. Right. It's not the residents that are blocking it. It's the white boomers that, of course, they live in houses as far away as they possibly can from those neighborhoods. Right. They're not living in those neighborhoods. They're
with
2, 3, 4
them.
suburbs away. Is in Lockport, Illinois, 45 minutes outside of the of the city, and they're gonna road trip into the city to have a No Kings rally so these communities can continue to have their children killed. It's insanity, and I'm telling you, Trump has done a great job with the minority vote, and if he continues to go down this, if the Republicans can continue to just tell the story. Like, look at what they're doing. Look at what we're doing, right? Look at the things that we've done. If I were Trump, I'd be going back to my first term. Put what's her name out there, Carolyn Levitt. Start talking about the accomplishments, not just now, but the first time around. Prison reform, all the stuff that he did that was beneficial to the minority communities. What do you call it? The opportunity zones. Spurring investment. This is the way that you help these communities. Safety. Economic, investment, not nothing, right? What's the left's plan? What is their plan to clean up the city of Buffalo or even Rochester? What's the plan for the Democrats to clean these things up? There's no plan.
LeBron James has a plan. He's got a school that's fixing the problem.
Defund the police.
Yeah. King James.
Yeah, King James.
King James.
King James is his school.
We don't mind that.
Yeah, his school's doing great. It's
defund the police.
0 people.
If you just leave them alone, they'll be fine.
So we do quarterly investment meetings, right? Trump should do a quarterly address of the nation.
Yeah.
Every quarter.
You're right.
He should say, we're just going to bring up the big board, and here we are.
That's
These are things on my list. These are things that I'm checking off.
Yeah.
That
would resonate. That would resonate.
Crazy when you look at, we were talking about cleaning up, you look at the numbers of these illegal immigrants. I was, just to do a little prep this morning, I'm reading, out of the first 60,000 people that they caught, 35% of them had a criminal record, right? 23% of them had pending criminal records. That's screwed up. So now some of them are double. Some of them are the same. Already have a criminal record. So, but still, you're looking at, let's say 40, 45%. So almost half of these people they're catching either have a criminal record or have a pending criminal record.
And what's amazing about that is when you look at other countries, you'll find the same statistics. Yeah. So when you look at like mass immigration to Denmark, the same thing. 35 to 50% are in the criminal justice system in some way, shape, or form, right?
Well, some of them, Venezuela was forcing them, letting them out. Hey, run to America as fast as you can.
I'm saying the countries that have allowed mass immigration in Europe, we have been forced to do it here because this is the global agenda from the UN and the World Economic Forum, right?
It's funny how numbers don't lie, right? Like like when you look at like a good company and we're trying to analyze a good company, we're looking at the numbers, constantly. Okay, there's a pattern here, right? Companies growing at 20% a year. They, corporate earnings. But it's statistics don't lie. When you look at this, it's the same deal.
I think the stat is like 2/3 of Democrats don't understand numbers, though. So, it's out there. Just
that's right.
Just to the border point, real quick. I was just watching a video of Bill Melugin posted 3 years ago today. and there's like thousands of people walking across one of the rivers or whatever.
Lowest ever now.
It's unbelievable to think 3 years ago or 4 years ago that's what we looked at every day. And now they're like afraid to walk here.
Well, the numbers they're saying that over 2 million people self-deported.
Right.
Like, okay, I better get out of here.
That I did not see coming. That was actually brilliant.
Well, great messaging,
though.
Yeah. Remember, though, the federal government was suing Texas to tear down the barbed wire and the blockades they were putting up to try to keep the illegal immigrants out. I mean, our federal government was basically, it might as well be a foreign enemy invading entity. I mean, he did everything. Obama, and this is, again, I say Biden, but it's really Obama. It was Obama's third term. Biden had no idea. It was just like a matter of, you just get up there, Joey. You say what's on teleprompter. We'll get you ice cream afterwards. Okay. Yeah. That was it. He had no idea what was going on.
Don't crap your pants, Joe. Just talk.
Obama's third term. So Obama, as I'm telling you, is the Manchurian candidate. Hated America. The Kenyan born, I'm convinced, right? If you're not Kenyan born, you have no problem producing your college records, your birth certificate, this stuff. Like here's our one birth certificate. Looks just like the Michelle Obama pregnant picture.
Well, his father,
pretty fake to me.
His father was a Marxist, right? I mean, his father was
admitted Marxist.
Yeah, admitted Marxist. So that's what he grew up around. I grew up fishing and going out camping and around race cars. And guess what I do now? I race cars. I like fishing, right? So it's funny how that works, Yep.
So I just have a question about that. So
we're out of time, man.
Let's just say,
sorry.
So Obama's third term. So this is one person, maybe two people that are like, okay, we want to get all these extra people in because they have an agenda to be able to, if it's make them be able to vote, to keep their seats. But the people that are below them, don't they see the negativity that could the possibility of maybe some demise of the existence? What?
Who hires them?
I know, but you still have to worry about your family. You still have to worry about, society and your grandchildren. And really, they thought that this was a good idea. I don't understand.
Well, you got to realize, they're getting paid, right? So let's use Timmy Kennedy as an example. Timmy is probably making $150,000 a year now, local, right? That's a big salary to Timmy, right? And I'm sure he's getting some stock tips and some other deals, right? He's getting some shares on some boards and stuff like that. The only way these people retain power is to let these illegals in because they see what's going on. I have been talking about this till I'm blue in the face. I know everybody's sick and tired of it. Florida and Texas are going to be the path to control this country very shortly.
If they allow legal, consensus.
The only way against that, the only way for them to beat that is to get illegals in, get them addicted to the crack, which is welfare, and get them on the voter rolls, right? Yeah. They knew that. You listened to every goddamn one of them years ago, and they sound exactly like Trump. And then something turned. You know what turned? They saw what happened during COVID, and what happened is
all free.
Think about it. This is so nuts to me. When you think about the reshaping of America, and in textbooks, remember we learned when they were kids and they would move to the better land and they were shifting from the Midwest to the, it's like that's what just happened. Like you're talking about a state that had 2-3 million people, and now all of a sudden it's 22. and they're 22 minutes in literally like this, right? And, that's like hey, screw you, Democrats. We've put up with your bullshit forever. Now you pay it. You have New York. You have California. We're going other places.
Enjoy.
Yeah. And that's the first time that's happened. And by the way, I continue to say this forever. The possibility of that is technology. You brought up AI technology. New York State and New York City was dependent on Wall Street. You could abuse New York State as much as you want. It didn't matter. When Glenn and I started in the business 30 years ago, you had to go to Wall Street to get money. There was no internet. You had to fly there. You had to spend $500 on a steak. You had to spend $500 a night to get a hotel because that's where the money was. You don't need to do it anymore.
Well, I'll just say to your question, the Democrat Party's built on the heart, right? Not in a bad way, but they pull the heartstrings. These illegals, they need to be here, right? Geez. They need to come here. Yeah. We need health care for everyone because people can't afford it. Jobs aren't, everything's so expensive. Everything they do, and for most people that don't have the inner strength to just see it, right? They're like, oh, yeah, we really should. America's rich and wealthy. We can help everybody. And that's what they do, right? I mean, it's every issue. That's what they do.
Spewing
trans.
Hate. That's spewing hate.
But trans, the same thing. They don't know better. They don't know what they are. Mental health, yet they're actually killing these kids more than they're helping them.
If you just had an honest media, though, they wouldn't be able to get away with any of that. And if the media came out when they said, listen, the studies show that, your child's going to die if you don't transition them. And then you find out that, wait a minute now, the studies are wrong. You lied about this, and it's actually 5 times more likely. After transition. But the media will never ask that question. The media will never stop and say, wait a minute, we just saw this newest research that shows the opposite of what you guys have been professing. Basically, you've been saying this for the last 5 years with no research. Now we actually have some research and data that we've been tracking. And guess what? Bad news. It's the opposite of what there's not a single media outlet that will touch that. Not local, not national, nobody.
But Glenn, that's because it's spewing hate. And so we have a liberal love note that we love to be able to share. And I think you've got this one.
Bingo,
there's one.
Well, that's what drives me nuts. Just because you don't like the statistic or you don't like the fact or you don't like what the reality of it is, it doesn't make it racist or bigoted or whatever, or mean or nasty. It just is, right? Again, the sky on a sunny day is blue. Not because it's racist. It just is. Some things just are. Like, that's the way it is, right? Sorry, but a stat is just a stat. If you don't like the stat that certain groups of people are more violent than others, change your group. I don't know what to tell you, but don't get mad at me because your community is shooting each other every weekend in Chicago. That's not my fault.
You can start by punishing criminals. That would probably be a good starting place.
You got to. One of the things we're not talking about really is we got to realize there's small groups of people that lead. It's very uncommon to lead. Humans do not. They want to follow. Right. That's why communism and socialism and all this stuff happens. How many times the stats during COVID? Remember that. There was something like if 3 out of 10 people walked into Wegmans without a face diaper, that number would have automatically shot up to 8 because the other 5 would have said, oh, I'm doing it too, right? I'm doing it too. But the fact is you couldn't find 3 people to walk into the grocery store. You were at 1 and 2, and so the other ones did not feel comfortable. That just shows you how the 1 and 2 are and it's when you look at the Democrat Party, most of the people I talk to, you were saying your inner circle. I got my inner circle.
Yeah, I got it. But I'm not saying I hang out with these people all the time.
Glenn, can we form an inner circle together?
Now, my inner circle
sounds good.
My inner circle happens to be, tough guys. So my inner circle happens to be guys I race cars with, right? A lot of these guys are old school Democrats, work for a company, they're all voting Trump, right? They're all like, they have seen like this is disgusting, right? But the party itself is being led by this small minority, right? Unfortunately, the Republican Party is not led by the quote conservatives. We like, oh man, are you kidding? But it's the moderate Republicans and the left-wing radical Democrats who are they're the 2 out of 10 that are pushing their parties forward.
Sorry, I want to say this, Glenn, to your stats point. COVID is the greatest example of stats that liberals just hated, right? The mask statistics, if you get vaccinated, can you get, reinfected or whatever they call it? Like those stats just proved everything.
Yeah, we know now the virus stops right here.
Right. That was the biggest stat hate of all time by Democrats. They still don't believe the stats. They still push it.
No, they're still getting the shots.
They're still getting shots. Yeah, they're still getting the boosters.
Yeah, they can't even talk about it.
Well, and there's another point about media honesty, right? And let's talk about the flu shot just for one split second. The flu shot, the research now and the statistics now are very, very clear. If you get the flu shot as a senior, you are more likely to be hospitalized with serious illness from the flu. That is an absolute fact. That's all the research now. It's all the medical journals. Nobody's talking about it. They're still like, wow, get your flu shot. It's going to protect you. I mean, it's not true. It's just, it's simply against the actual data. There's a myriad of research now. Look, all you got to do is follow people. They're talking about huge studies where they followed people and they found out that, guess what? You get the flu shot, you are more likely to be hospitalized with a serious illness.
I'd be curious to see if flu shots are down. I don't know that, but I bet you now that after COVID, a lot of people are like, because my mom used to get the flu shot once in a while. And she's like, I'll never do that again. So I'd be curious to see.
Think about how many people still are getting boosters. To me, like
it's unreal.
think about unbelievable.
We should do. We'll look into that. That might be a good Saturday show.
If the media were honest, nobody would be getting flu shots.
No,
I mean, if the media were honest, if the media came out and said, hey, there's this new research out, here's this new study, here's this new medical thing, and what it found is as a senior, blah, 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 blah. People would be like, oh, I'm sure the numbers would drop, but that will never see the light of day unless you're researching it online and looking this stuff up.
They actually do the opposite. They're picking on Robert Kennedy Jr. because he's questioning things.
Yeah.
He's a terrorist because he does that. I mean,
you had a dude in there. Overweight dude at that, masquerading as a woman, and you're going to tell me that's the person I should be taking health advice from? Please, I don't think so.
We definitely talked a lot of politics earlier in the show, and now I think that we are the show where money meets politics. So I think we should talk a little bit of money here. And Glenn, I wanted to kind of throw tariffs at you for a second, and obviously the stock market is all-time high. Maybe it's not at the all-time. It's pretty close, isn't it?
A little bit off.
A little bit off, but it's pretty high.
Get it together,
I mean, things are just, popping off here and there. But the tariffs, are they eventually going to be like inflationary? Are they going to be deflationary? What do you think is going to happen with the stock market because of new tariffs, just talking about tariffs? I feel like when President Trump mentions one thing, the stock market goes up, it goes down. It's like he's almost maybe manipulating it by just things that he says. You're smiling at me, Srazza, but
I know nothing about money and this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to defer to Glenn, but yeah, he does every time he talks about it.
It's unbelievable every time he says. So what do you think is going to be the ultimate, I guess, either demise or, the benefit that all these tariffs are going to end up doing with our stock market?
I think the benefit's going to be not so much stock market wise, but again, better trade deals. I mean, we've been getting hosed around the world forever. I mean, some of these deals how many Chinese cars are in our country? Like, I mean, how many of our cars are in their country? I mean, not that many, right? It's just, we need to do a better job in opening up global trade. And I think he's doing a good job with the tariffs and going in that direction, right? The goal is for zero at some point, ideally, is to get down to, to the lowest number possible. But you can't have one country charging us 80% on imports. Let's say Canada, for example, on the cheese, or dairy products. It's like 150% tariffs. But if we do one, here's 20% on lumber. Oh my God, it's horrible. I think from a fairness standpoint, he's doing the best he can to get things to where we're not being taken advantage of. And I think that's the right America First policy. Stock market is going to be neutral. It hasn't had any negative impact in the market whatsoever. Again, it's the gaslighting. And I'll give you an example. Somebody wrote online, X or whatever, Twitter.
Hey, just on that, I have a client. His name is Joe, so I'm giving him credit. He said, if we used to tweet on Twitter, do we excrete on X?
I think we do.
I thought that was so funny.
So somebody
Thank
wrote,
you, Joe, for that.
Yeah, exactly. That's perfect, right? So as somebody excreted on X and said something on the lines of, oh my God, I'm paying $4.50 a quart for blueberries and blah, 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 and these tariffs. And of course, the article went on to say, all my blueberries come in from, whatever, blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, you know what, just for shoots and giggles here, I'm going to look it up and see what the prices were. January of this year, blueberry prices per quart were like $4.50 a quart or $4.50 a pound, whatever it was.
Actually,
today it's same. It's $4.50. It's the exact same.
I was going to say slightly down if you look at commodities.
Yeah, but the reality of it is gas prices through the roof? No. Right. No. Where are these prices that these people are referring to? Like, oh, well, food prices are up. Food prices are up a fraction from January. Yeah. Do we not forget that things went up 50% during the 4 years of Joe Biden? We had 9, 12, and 14% unemployment rates. Inflation rates. Real inflation rates probably even higher than that. The reality of it is these tariffs, at least in my experience, what I've seen, and I buy stuff all the time. I buy electronics, I buy technology, I buy whatever. Are certain things more expensive? Everything's more expensive. That's inflation. It's not tariffs. There's nothing that we put on tariffs.
That was pre those tariffs. Those tariffs, if you look at your point, the tariffs now, inflation is up about 2%.
Yeah,
right?
It's nothing.
Yeah.
It's nothing. So tariffs, if you look at the actual data, tariffs are not causing any sort of inflationary issue whatsoever.
Most of that is strategically they have been trying to avoid those tariffs by implementing and buying American, which is exactly what he wanted, right?
Exactly.
And we talked about the client of ours in Lockport that is now selling tons and tons of product to General Motors. They were not doing that pre-tariff,
right?
And they're doing it. So General Motors is not passing the cost down because, by the way, they've been able to meet the same cost with AI technology that China was charging them. Now the product is right in the back seat of a Chevy plant, and Americans are working. And their plan has gone from 10 people to 140 or 150 people. Good deal.
It's just a good deal. It's a good deal for America, and it's a good deal for our economy. And what's good for our economy in the long term is great for our stock market. So, and again, to Mike's point at the very beginning of the show, AI is going to be, when it comes to productivity and what these businesses are able to do, it really should be the inflation killer, right? Productivity should be the inflation killer, because inflation is ultimately an imbalance between demand and supply, right? Too much demand, too many dollars chasing too few goods. Well, if AI can help to produce these goods, because we have, again, the highest or the lowest labor participation rate we've had in decades, then you'll increase supply just from that fact alone. Now, if the Republicans could actually put forth some really great fiscal policy in the form of targeted tax cuts, then and cut the taxes and the regulation for the suppliers, you'd see inflation go to zero, basically.
Yep. So. And by the way, the demand for legal immigrants would be up, with people with skill sets, people willing to get skill sets, right? That's what we need.
It's amazing.
We don't need the junkie who was let out of the Venezuelan prison. We need the trained and certified electrician.
Yeah, we don't need gang members and stuff like that.
How much they've fought, though, the just fair trade. Like the fact that they're acting as if, again, that's like, racist of Trump.
Well, they fight anything he's going to do.
It's like even the stuff with him killing.
That's why Trump won in a landslide, because they do not have an agenda. The agenda is we don't like Trump.
Right now they're fighting him, blowing up submarines and boats bringing drugs across the oceans. And they're like, that's just, how could he do that? It's so evil. Like, what?
They are losing their base like crazy. Every day, more and more. Every day, working class union folks say enough is enough. Yeah. I'm out.
It's amazing.
Did you hear Trump's response to that, though?
He's like,
about the blowing up the boats. He's like, we're just not picking random boats. Like, we know, right?
How
about that one? He goes, we know where the boats are coming
people
from.
On vacation. Sorry about that.
Exactly. Oh, my bad.
Oh, shit, that was a Disney cruise.
But he said was, we know where they're coming from, what they're loading it with.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's loading the boat? Who's on the boat? Who's driving the boat? Look, I saw the videos. There are guys literally dumping those, square groupers overboard. Packages of drugs. They're dumping overboard as they're being chased by the military helicopter.
Enough drugs to kill 50,000 people. I figure.
Yeah. Right? How many young people is enough? Right, 105 to 150,000 Americans per year have died from fentanyl. Vietnam, over whatever it was 5 to 7 years, we lost 55,000 people.
Yep.
And that was the entire war. We lost 55,000 people. In the first 6 months of an average year, we lose that with fentanyl overdoses. It's crazy.
That's just fentanyl. I have this argument all the time. That's just fentanyl. Not to mention the crack that's coming in. Not to mention the regular heroin that's coming in. Like, again, if you've ever been around a junkie, these people, they feed off it. They commit crime to get it. They'll do anything. You got to get it off the
whatever they got to do.
Yeah.
Why don't we celebrate that in the streets? Like, why aren't we celebrating that he got rid of, saved, 55,000 people? Like, that should be
Gavin Newsom wants them in his state. That's why.
Why?
I don't care. I don't care if they're blowing them up. I don't care if there was an innocent guy in that boat. I didn't know there was trafficking drugs. Too bad. You shouldn't have gotten in the boat.
I didn't know that was cocaine we were letting to float in the water.
Sugar.
Somehow I thought it was furniture we were floating over there.
But Anne brings up a really good point. Like, why would even a Gavin Newsom, why would he want squalor and homelessness and needles and drug users everywhere? You still wonder, like, he could still be in power, but clean the crap up.
Don't care about people.
The failure these leaders are making in the Democrat Party is they are trying to appeal to that 2 to 5% that are driving the bus. They are not trying to work with the 80% of the people on the bus, which are like, wait, I'm a hardworking guy, I walked into General Motors for years. I loaded trucks at UPS.
But those 2% people don't.
And the former president's son did a whole interview about, is crack cocaine better than alcohol? Probably. Right? Like that. That's why.
They're missing it.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm great with it, man. The country's changing fast. You just got to get somebody. You got to hope the right leadership is in place when these cities actually go bankrupt. Because Chicago, New York City, they will go bankrupt. San Francisco, Los Angeles, they will go bankrupt. It's just a matter of time. Los Angeles has something like a 20% occupancy rate now when it comes to commercial real estate. You can't survive that. You can't survive it. The tax base of San Francisco depends on that, right?
Well,
it was
Donnie's
the tech center.
Mike.
It was the tech center.
Give Mom Donnie a chance, Mike. Just give him a chance. He'll fix it.
But one of the things we were, just talking about.
Elise is going to win, by the way. Hochul's probably out. If you look at the number, if it's a fair election, Elise crushes her. If it's a fair election. Yeah, by the way, we got to get Marley on. I talked to Marley last night. Some big lawsuits coming on the docket.
I hope. But, I mean, we were just talking about getting rid of some of these, the drugs and all that. And in Hayflick, we were talking a little bit about Pam Bondi and, what she has promised versus what she's actually delivered. I mean, I'm sure she's done some things, but it's like the things that are allowed that she hasn't done, I think is outweighing the things that she has done. But, I mean, there's... I know you've got some things to.
I mean, I think the biggest thing that Trump likes about Pam Bondi is she's loyal to him, right? She's always been. She's been effective too. She's also raised in Florida, South Florida,
right?
Went to Florida,
did an awesome job in Florida.
I mean, amazing job. And I mean, I think she's done a lot of good things, but the one huge thing that we all said. Where's the Epstein list?
Right.
And she totally bungled it. But it makes me think these people are not dumb. Like, she is not a dumb person. And it makes me think, why would she not release it? Like, is there really no list? I think there is. But why would she not release it? Like, let's think about this from an intellectual standpoint. She works for Donald Trump. If anything was released and it hurts him, she probably won't release it.
Right.
It did Donald Trump say, don't do this. I've got other things going on here that I'm trying to accomplish. I don't want this to take over the airwaves. I don't know. I feel like...
I hate to say it, I'm like, I don't care. Like,
I wish she wouldn't have said it then.
Like, I know.
That's why she shouldn't have come out with all the hoopla, the press conference, the holding the binders and all that garbage. Right. The reality of it is, I've said this before, I believe that it's, again, he was an asset of our intelligence community. I know people say, well, it could have been an Israeli intelligence. I don't think so. I think he's a CIA operative that his job is to entrap world leaders and get dirt on them. And that's how the deep state likes to negotiate. It's not where Trump comes in and says, okay, you want something. How do we meet in the middle? How do we get this deal done? The deep state is, I've got these pictures of you with this 16-year-old girl. You're going to do what we want. Yeah. Or we're going to put this out there. We're going to destroy your trap.
That's it. He was running the trap. Running the trap. Take this guy overseas. Get him drunk. Let's hang out. Yeah. And then make sure you get the photos and the pictures. Take him to your island. Have fun. Yeah.
That's right. And I think what's happened is some of the deep state, just like in the first term, he put Rance Priebus on his staff. Worst move, right? I think there are people in the administration or in the whatever in Washington that probably pulled him aside and said, hey, this is going to be America. We're using this for America first. We need to continue with this. We need to leave this behind. We're going to be using this stuff, something to where he said, okay, I'll leave it alone for now. I think it's a wrong move, to be honest with you. I think if you're really going to dismantle the deep state, you start with this. We were saying this for a decade before anybody else started talking about it, and that is, where did he get his money? You can no way that the guy who ran Victoria's Secret is the one who he didn't have that much money to make him a billionaire. To be a billionaire by managing other people's money, you got to be managing hundreds of billions of dollars, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I know we manage $1.5 billion, and we're not billionaires, right?
And that money is somewhere very traceable, right? Most of it very liquid, by the way. Not all of it. I'm sure there's some private deals, but most of it very liquid, right?
Yep.
None of it makes sense. And that should be very easy to trace and say, here's where the money is. Here's what happened. By the way, when what's his name in Palm Beach, Bernie Madoff got busted, immediately they had a total inventory of exactly what that guy had, everything. And they had auctions, and you could literally go on and buy the Bernie Madoff auction stuff, right? All that money was going back to the victims of the Bernie Madoff, so pensions and all this stuff. And they did end up getting 30 or 40 cents on the dollar or something like that, right?
What are the victims getting here?
No, case? Nothing. We don't even know. We don't even know.
I'll go one got suicided.
Yeah. The stuff, with the Attorney General Tisha James and all that stuff too. Like, I don't want to hear an indictment and then it goes away in 6 months, because that's what I fear is going to happen with all these things.
It does seem like they're pushing forward.
I hope they do, but bankrupt her like they try to do to Trump. That's what I want you to do. No, they did it. Now you go do it to her.
Honestly, just be fair. Like,
just be fair. Yeah.
Follow the rule of law.
Yeah. Right.
Right.
Exactly.
Like, if she broke the law clearly, then she needs to go to jail. If she didn't do anything wrong,
let her go.
You let her go. Right.
Fine.
That's right.
Yep.
But she did. Right. I mean, when
evidence seems pretty damning, though.
Yeah. When you're putting your dad on as your husband. Yeah. Yeah.
She's like, you got to prove intent. And that's tough. Like, I don't know. When you do it 3, 4, 5 times, that seems pretty intentional to me.
Yeah, one time's easy. One time's easy. One time is
sure.
Latish decided she was going to relocate down to this place, decided not to. Okay. But when it happens time and time and time again, and then you're adding your dad on, there's a, what do you call it? Oh, a pattern.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
I just would go with the fight fire with fire thing at some point, though. If they want to do it, just bankrupt her. Well, and that's what I would do.
She's got taxpayer money. Can't bankrupt her.
You're not going to bankrupt her. Yeah, she's using your money, man.
Yeah.
She'll bankrupt us.
That's right. It's your money, Mike.
But to be fair, I mean, if you're going by the rule of law and she broke the law, then she should be spending some time in jail.
Yeah,
and
100%.
I'd be real happy with that. Real happy with her spending a year or two in jail.
It does seem, though, that they are ramping up for some pretty major charges. Like, this seems like, now that I'm starting to get the bigger picture, I'm like, okay, they're going to get this little one out of the way, this little one out of the way. But I think the RICO and the treason charges, they may be coming.
Right.
I'd love to see that, because the penalty for treason is death.
Yep. Yeah.
And I think that there are a few that need to be prosecuted, and that needs to be the potential penalty. Nothing worse than somebody abusing their power. But when you're in the ultimate position of power, like the FBI director or the CIA director, and you abuse that power, that is something that we cannot allow in any way, shape, or form. And I've said this for a long time. So have you, Mike. When Chucky Schumer, who at the time was the leader of the Senate, says you don't go against the intelligence community, they got 6 ways till Sunday to get back at you. I'm like, wait a minute. You're supposed to be the regulator. You're the oversight.
Yeah.
What happened to congressional oversight of these agencies if you're fearful of what they may of going quote unquote against them? What is that? It just shows you the power that the CIA and some of these deep state operatives have, and they've done it. I mean, look at Brennan and Clapper and all the shady stuff that they've done for decades now. It's decades worth of stuff.
Yeah,
I hope the prosecutions are big and bold.
I hope you're right, Glenn. It's just been like one letdown after another with those. So I hope you're right.
I agree.
That's the Republican Party. Welcome to the Republican Party, Mike. You're just getting started.
It's like being a Sabres fan. Don't do it.
It's not your inner circle.
Don't do it.
No. Don't do it. The minute you think there's going to be change and you re-up those Sabres tickets. Sorry.
Yeah. Before we start to wrap here, we're going to do some.
He's the only he's the most optimistic Bills fan we got. It's because he's the youngest.
Yes.
I said, wait until you're my age at 50. You will be swearing.
I say this all the time. It's a hobby. It's fun. I refuse to want to jump off a bridge.
I don't jump off.
You're not cynical yet. You will be. You will be.
Yeah, no, that's right. That's exactly right. I once the game's over, I'm like, I'm out. I'm fine. But during the game, it's like I still can't believe. I was telling somebody yesterday, I just can't believe how stupid the people are that run the NFL. That run these teams.
Well, first of all, who puts a game on at 10 o'clock at night? Who's watching that game?
Josh Allen. Do you know what the conversion ratio of a quarterback sneak is in the NFL? 90%. And I watched Josh Allen on 3rd and 1 run around like a lunatic and throw the ball into the ground. All you have to do is fall forward with a 90% conversion rate. And if you fall forward once and you end up in that 10%, this is crazy math. You fall forward again, and it turns into like 97%. I mean, you have to be a real mental fucking midget to not do that play. In fact, this is how crazy it is.
Mike loves a tush push.
They wanted to ban to ban the tush push. You know what?
It's so effective.
Yeah. And they're not bright enough to use it. Yeah. I mean, all the other teams are like, not fair. Philly, you like, okay, idiot, use it. I got an idea. Yeah. How about put Mike in the backfield and push Josh Allen for a freaking 1 foot, and we move the chains. Like,
you, Mike?
I can eat it very easily. Yeah. If there's a challenge, I'm in for it. I can be a slot receiver, and I'm telling you what, at 50, I could catch the ball better than most of those guys.
You just can't run the route.
Well, I could run it. I'm not fast.
We get caught.
We need a good offensive line.
He's not getting up after the first catch, but
I
after
didn't say
that,
I was breaking tackles.
Give him 6
seconds. I said I would catch the ball.
Yeah, the corner has to trip and fall.
I will say it helps Philadelphia that their quarterback and their running back squat combined over like 1,500 pounds. That helps them.
They did it 4 times in a row, didn't they?
You know what helps us?
Those guys are freaks. Those two are the best weightlifters in the league.
You know what? Then buy one. I mean, here's the other thing. We have a quarterback with 8-foot arms.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all you need to do is go first down. Okay. Move the change.
We digress here.
I just can't believe how stupid they are. I really can't. It's hard to believe. It's almost like you want to lose. Like I'm watching Josh Allen run around like a fool on 3rd and 1. I'm like, they must do they have money in the game? Like, is that like throw it into the dirt? Like, wow, holy cow.
Yep.
I can't coach everything though. I can't be here with you guys and run the Bills. I mean,
no.
Oh,
gotta pick and choose, Mike. Gotta pick and choose.
We're going to try to wrap here a little bit, but let's before we do our liberal love notes, let's do a little bit of game show and liberal love notes. What do you guys want to do first?
Well, let's do liberal love notes.
Yeah.
Okay. Glenn, you're up on that.
That's me. Right.
That's you.
Okay, hang on.
So Carly was talented to be able to put some nice background music on some of these liberal love notes. It's really great. We get some real love coming from some of the listeners.
It's really great. People waste their time.
It's so funny,
honestly.
Right from the No Kings rallies.
It's a mental disorder.
They're just mad.
Like if you drive down the street. Right. If you drive down the street, Mike, and you saw a sign that said, a Biden for president sign or a Kamala for president, do you pull over, look up the phone number of that business, and call them to just tell them that you're never going to stop it? That's like me driving down past a hair salon, right? And I see the Kamala for president sign. I'm like, that's it. I'm never coming in to get my nails done in there again, ever. You lost me. Like, seriously?
Do you get your nails done?
No. But what kind of mental, like, what goes through your mind that I'm going to, literally, people have driven by our office. They have seen a sign out in front supporting a candidate. They have pulled over. They have looked up our company, looked up our phone number, and then left up a message to let us know that they will never do business with us. Like, you realize we're one of the largest firms in town now, right? You
I
get
have
that,
one
right?
better, Glenn. Antifa decided to drive by our office and put up fake signs that we wrote that we didn't write all over our building and light posts.
Right.
I mean,
brilliant idea. So anyway, all right, this is great. Carly did a great job with this, but here's liberal lunatics. This is liberal love notes. We love them, by the way. We think it's hilarious, so please keep them coming. I think it's funny. There we go. Wait, whoops, I got it on mute. Okay, so we got to unmute it. Let's try that now. My bad.
Since when do financial advisors start spewing hate on social media? I would like to discuss this because I am taking my business and telling all my friends who do business with you the same. Thank you.
No! Did we call her back to discuss this with her? Because she said she wanted to discuss it. Did anybody call her to discuss it?
I don't think so.
Mike is usually
I'd like to call her back and have a discussion
I didn't even
about
see to hear that one. Usually I call them back. Yeah. So I know,
but she said she wanted to have a discussion. I think we should invite her on the podcast. I'd love to have that discussion with her. I think that'd be great.
She's calling everyone who works with us that she knows. Yes. I doubt she knows anyone who works with us.
How does she have that info?
I think I still have her in my voice.
Isn't that illegal?
Did she have that info?
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
She should be
Somebody
in jail.
hacked their system. No. No, she has no money here. She has no friends with money here, and she probably has no money. But
this next one is really great.
Look at
I love if she would have called her. If she would have called her friends, they'd be like, "Yeah, I like them. I am working with them for a reason." That's
if you have millions of dollars and you believe, like the Salesforce CEO, that the San Francisco should have 80%, vacancy rates and an open market drug dealing with fentanyl and things like that, if that's what you support.
Yeah, you're not.
I don't want your business. No, I got to be honest. Look, we are so blessed to be able to work with people that think like us. I don't think like people that like crime. I don't think like gang members. I don't think like drug dealers. I don't think like people that want to burn down and riot and loot because they don't like a policy decision that a president put in place. You're not my people. So you can leave me all the messages you want. We're going to continue to have fun with them like this. This one's even better, by the way. Callie did a great job with this one. This is my favorite. I love the music of this one.
Oh, my God.
I heard an ad on a podcast I was listening to. I thought I'd give you guys a call because of that. They were talking about, supporting the anti-woke things in the ad. Honestly, I just wanted to tell you guys to fuck right off because terrible people. Go fuck yourself.
From the all-loving and all-inclusive.
Yes.
The music just makes us want
Thank you.
I would love to work with him.
I love it. At least that guy was listening to a podcast where he heard the ad and then decided to call because the phone number was probably in the ad. I get it. Yeah. The funny thing is they call the office and they're like, I just want to let you know that whoever the owners are, I didn't like the podcast, but I'm like, well, if that would be the owners. I don't know if you did any sort of look, maybe just Google the website before you
might want to tell them to listen to the podcast.
We love it. Keep coming.
That was an angry elf there.
Yeah.
That was an angry elf there. He's an angry elf. Oh, boy.
Say it again.
His whole podcast, his whole day, probably.
Say it again.
And I love that, too.
One
Like,
more time.
that was about the anti-woke stuff. Like, okay, you're mad because we don't want my 2-year-old daughter peeing with Johnny in the bathroom.
Yep.
Okay.
That's what they are.
Yeah.
Remember, we had one teacher that went after us real hard all the time like that. And then they found out he was a pedophile.
Every single time I posted an article.
He passed away.
Yeah.
Shame.
Every single time I post an article about a pedophile getting busted, he would chime in and say, this is not right about him. I'm like, man, you seem like you're defending him a lot. So I just started calling him a pedo, and boy, he didn't like that
Sure
at all.
enough.
They're not called pedo anymore.
Sure enough.
They're called
right.
minor attracted persons.
They're person. And he's gone, thankfully. He was a teacher. This guy's a teacher. He was in a school district, this guy. Thank God he's no longer in a school district or even on the earth. But, anyway. Yep. All right, you want to move to game show and wrap this up?
Yeah, let's do that game show.
I got one.
All right, Mike.
Got any music?
I have no music.
Do you want me to play some background music?
He's got it.
All right. Since 1965, Lyndon Johnson passed welfare reform and put together some really good programs to help people go from being poor to not poor.
Right.
Since then, 1965, how many? I'll give this three questions. You can pick A, B, C. Okay. Since then, have we spent $20 trillion, $30 trillion, or $40 trillion on anti-poverty and welfare programs?
Glad you start.
God, all those numbers are obscene. I'll go 40, but I mean,
40?
even 20 is outrageous. I mean, trillions of dollars.
Yes, trillion.
Wow.
Trillions.
Yes, that's crazy.
Trillion.
I'll go 40.
40.
Mike?
What are you thinking?
What do you got?
I'm going 40. I'm going the biggest number you read.
I thought you were going to secret one to me.
No.
I'll go.
I'm not in your inner circle. Otherwise, I would have.
I will go with 30.
30. Anne, you want in on this?
I'm going to go with 20 just to be a contrarian here.
20. The answer is 30 trillion.
Oh, Speraza.
Nice.
Mr. Speraza's inner circle came through for him with the lifeline.
With
the lifeline.
Called my father.
Friend.
Yeah, $30 trillion. $30 trillion.
You want to stick with you, Mike, for questions?
Yeah, we can do one more. So I'll do another ABC, okay? Since Obama added Obamacare, during that time frame of Obama in office, how many millions of people were added to Medicare? Was it 15, 20, or 25 million? During the term of Obama, when he passed Obamacare.
I'll go 25. I'll go highest again.
So Glenn's going 25?
I'll go 20.
20? 15, 20, or 25?
What's your inner circle say, Mike?
How many million of people?
20.
20,
Yeah,
okay.
I was going to say 20 as well.
The answer is 20 million.
Whoa!
I'm getting killed this
We're
week.
on the board, Ann.
20 million added to the Medicare rolls. So,
hey, I'll go next.
So that's the healthcare was affordable for them because no shit, we were paying for it.
Yeah, there you go. Look at how that works.
Isn't that funny how it works? Wow. Okay.
Look at how that
Did
goes.
you pick 20?
I did.
You did?
Yes.
Yeah.
So let me go next. We'll stay with government programs. So we'll be hearing of a Social Security cost of living adjustment soon for next year's raise, and that's in about 3 days. They're going to announce this. But my question to you is, what year did Social Security begin? And this is ABC. So A, 1905, B, 1935, or C, 1941? What year did Social Security begin? 1905, 1935, or 1941? Glenn?
1935. 1935 is part of the Great New
35?
Deal.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Glenn's on the board for 1935.
I'm thinking 35, but this could be a trap because of by the time it went through. But I'm going to say 35 too.
Okay.
I'm going to, Glenn seemed very confident, 1935.
Well,
Stan?
I'm going to say 41.
Yeah.
1935 is the answer. 90 years ago.
Yeah.
And,
I knew it was right after the Great New Deal and after that.
That's right. That was under FDR.
By 41, we were already entering the war. Pearl Harbor has been bombed almost at this point, right? Was it December 12th of 1941 or 42? I don't remember exactly which year, but so by that point, there was no more New Deal. The New Deal was already enacted, which, by the way, in all my research and studies over the years, hands down was the reason the Great Depression lasted for a decade. It could have been over in 2 years, year to 2 years, honestly.
Well, especially
if they just did nothing.
Very few regulations. I mean, you're talking about boom and bust, and the booms were 11, 12, 13% growth, so now got so many layers of government, it's tough to get that.
Yep.
One more for you boys. Here
Medicare
we go.
too, by the way.
And girls.
Medicare and Social Security.
This city is on Trump's list to clean up with the National Guard, but it's also the birthplace of these three things: the jukebox, denim jeans, and the fortune cookie.
Oh, I know that one.
I love Chinese.
What
That's good. Yeah.
city?
You know it, Mike?
And there's no choices.
Yeah, you do it without the multiple choice. Do you know it?
Memphis.
Okay. Other answers.
What was ABC? Do we have ABC?
There's no ABCs.
There's no ABC.
And you can't use my answer.
The fortune cookie. I'll go San Francisco.
Ooh.
Okay. And
I like that.
Big Chinatown there.
Swing bigger, go home.
Denim jeans seems like a Kid Rock thing, so I'm going to do Detroit.
There you go.
Okay. And
Okay.
I feel like it's a little bit more denim is like country, so maybe Nashville.
Glenn Wiggle, San Francisco.
Oh.
Wow. Is it really?
San Francisco,
Coming
the
back.
jukebox, denim jeans, and the fortune cookie.
Well, what threw me off is did they say they're going to clean up Memphis or San Francisco?
Oh, yeah. I think they're threatening
Trump.
National Guard to go there,
That's when the Salesforce guy was like, come on, bring it in. Oh, no. I was wrong. Sorry,
They're in Memphis now, so that's
Gavin Newsom.
yes.
That was the Salesforce president.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So the Salesforce guy literally said, there's 80%, open air drug markets and blah, blah, blah. We need Trump. We need National Guard. This is terrible. And literally he's like, no, I'm sorry for all that. I was wrong. I was wrong about it all.
No.
I mean, what do you mean you're wrong? Are you living there or aren't you living there?
Yeah, no, right. That guy is
wrong?
not defecating on my front steps right now.
No, I guess that wasn't a guy. I don't know.
Must have been a deer that
was
ran
a bear.
through.
Was one of those furries.
I guess so.
All right, that was a good one. All right,
that was a good one.
How the hell did you pick San Francisco? That's like
the China fortune
far away
cookie
from the jukebox. I think he's got like
fortune
AI
cookie
technology.
gave it away.
He's got a
Is he
knowledge
cheating?
vault.
See, he's by himself there. He's cheating.
It was the fortune cookie. I'm
His
Googling
brain
it.
is AI.
Listen, I missed the first two. I finally got one right.
I'm gonna play. Is this a real quote or not? Okay.
Right.
So is this a real quote from Bernie Sanders? Do I own 3 residences? Yes, I do.
Well, that's real for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, I'll say yes.
Here he is.
I own 3 residences. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I do.
I live here in Burlington, Vermont.
I'm a senator.
Middle class, nice house.
I'm actually behind most of my other senator counterparts.
This is the best too. Yes, nice house. He says after
Burlington, Vermont. We live in a middle class neighborhood. Nice house.
Sure you do.
In which house?
Guess what?
Which house is the middle class one?
Right.
He is such a fucking scumbag.
It's amazing.
Pardon my French,
4.5 million.
What an absolute scumbag.
The communists are always the wealthiest ones,
yes.
right? I can't
this
wait
is
for
where I
Bob
just
Downey in New
I
York.
lose
That's going to be
so
great.
much respect for these people. If they had given their money away, if Bernie had given 90% of his money away, I would say I might still not agree with you, but man, God bless you, right? Mm-hmm. But they are scum to the scum. Well, 3 homes, an Audi, and he's got the audacity to fly around saying, that I'm not paying and you're not paying enough in taxes.
He also recently said, Mike, should you hold money from the government employees like politicians when they're in a shutdown? And he's like, yes, but some really just can't afford that. I'm like, Bernie?
Him.
Bernie. Yeah. One of his major campaign policies was increasing minimum wage to like $20 an hour. Then they found out he was paying all his people $12. Yeah. If that's not the height of hypocrisy, I don't know what it is. Like literally your whole campaign is for higher minimum wage.
Remember the Clinton Foundation? They were all paying under the the minimum.
But at least for Clinton, that wasn't her major platform.
No, right.
Policy.
They're just
that
all
was
the
one
same,
of his major things was increase minimum wage, and you find out he's under it. So
they're all the same, man. All the same.
On 174 a year, 174K a yearly senators make.
174. He's got 3 homes.
Yep, three
and
homes.
they don't work the summers like teachers.
But they're all middle class homes, Mike. So it's okay.
Yeah.
Congress is shut down.
One more? I got one for you if you want one.
Only 2 out of 3 have gated fences.
I got one more on this game. Is this a real quote or not? Is this Donald Trump or not? After hearing about the No Kings protests, King Trump, I like the sound of that. Is that true or not? Is
That's
that a real?
not.
He definitely.
Wait a minute. What's that?
Is this a real quote by Trump after the No Kings protests? King Trump, I like the sound of that.
Just because he trolls, that's why he said it.
Yeah, I'll say yes.
Completely sarcastic.
I'll say no.
yes.
I'll say yes.
Glenn, you're back.
I say no.
You're back.
He
Glenn.
didn't say that?
He did not say that. That was a Babylon Bee article.
No.
Yes.
There you
Are
go.
you sure? Yes, Glenn is on
I'm
fire.
+3 now.
He actually said the opposite, Mike. He said, I am not a king. I love my country too much.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that. I could just see him trolling.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
Right?
Just
exactly.
Good one. All right.
No. Glenn, you're
All right. Okay, here we go. Public school enrollment in Chicago. No, I'm sorry. This is nationwide. Public school enrollment has increased by 5% since 2000. How much has the administrators increased? So how many? So school enrollment since 2000, public school enrollment has increased by 5% over the last 25 years.
Are we just throwing numbers out to see who's closest? All right.
Oh, yeah, perfect.
I'll say.
What's the increase
like
in
the price is
administrators?
right, though?
This is 2005, you're
Can't
saying?
go over.
Can't go
2000
Without
till
going
today.
over.
So in 2000,
So I'll
the
go
year
last, and I'll say
2000,
$1.
since then, 5% increase in actual public enrollment
I'll
of
say
students.
Okay.
I'll say
Got it.
40%.
Okay.
I'm going to say 100%. Double.
Okay.
What are you thinking?
I was going to go, I'll go 30%.
Mike Hayflick, 95%.
gosh.
Public school enrollment has increased 5% since 2000, but administrators have increased by 95%.
Why does nobody talk about that?
Unbelievable.
Why does nobody talk about that?
That should be the
Unreal.
major thing. So when they say we need more money for students, it's not going to students. It's
So I
going to the
won. Mike was
administrators.
over.
Crazy. Well, damn it. If you want to play it that way.
I always forget
All
that
right.
part of the rule.
Last question.
Oh, so close.
In so close. All right, last question. In Greece, New York,
Oh, God.
are police allowed to use spike strips or not?
Oh, I would think those are racist, so I'll say no.
Okay.
I'm saying no as well.
Yeah, they're black. Are they black spike strips or
The
white?
spike strips are probably black. Yeah. I
Yeah,
guess.
no, can't do it.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So, Spraza?
I just imagine that has to be no because they just would make a big deal about somebody getting hurt or something.
You are correct. So Greece police chasing a car into the city. Greece asked Rochester Police Department for assistance with spike strips. They replied, "We aren't allowed to. We aren't
Real.
allowed to." I guess
But
that's
when
the
I return
Rochester
my
Police
rental
Department,
car,
sorry.
they do them. They use them.
Right?
I know.
That's
You
right.
go over
That's
those
right.
things. I'm always scared to death. I always think, oh my God, it's going to go right through the bottom of my seat.
Did you ever see
All right,
anybody back
I got
into
one
them?
more for you.
No,
I
that
did.
would be.
I did in Florida. Somebody went over and then backed right in. I'm like,
there's signs like, do not back up.
Yeah,
Do not back up.
It
This
didn't
one
go well for those front tires.
This question
before
will,
you
will
go-
shock you, actually.
Before
I got
you
one
go,
more for
what's the scoring right now?
I was just
Ann?
going to tell you.
Yeah.
So, Glenn, you might want to maybe not do the last one.
Oh, that's not fair.
Because so the score
We are out
is,
of time.
Lomas
No,
has
we all had
3.
two questions, right? You had
Yeah,
two questions.
Lomas
I
has
gave you
3,
two questions.
Spraza
So what's
has
the score?
4, Hayflick has 4, and Glenn, you have 4 as well. So if you do this, obviously you cannot participate.
And this is
so
worth
you will,
2, so I can
That's
win.
okay. This is the bonus question here.
This is
This is
the
the bonus
Hey,
question.
look, me and you.
We're
Ready?
up.
See who gets it here.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
well, no, you
but-
you guys could both be wrong. He could be right. It's
Yeah.
been a 4-way tie.
Yeah, there we go.
So
Okay.
don't try to cheat.
It's like it's like the Giants game.
Yeah.
It's like
All right. If the New York City 2025 mayoral election were held today, well, two-part question. Number one, if under normal circumstances, who would win? And if you removed all of the foreign-born New Yorkers, who would then win?
All right, so this is Mamdani and then Cuomo.
yeah.
what are normal circumstances?
Like,
Well, a normal election. Like you're not removing foreign-born New Yorkers.
yeah.
So I'm going to say, I would do. Oh, geez, could the Republican candidate actually have a shot at this?
No,
No.
no Republican candidate.
So
I'll give you a hint. No.
yeah, So far away. No, so it's Mamdani and Cuomo. And then we should have a tiebreaker. What's the...
I got to go with that same duo, Mamdani and Cuomo.
Yep. Yeah, so among New York-born New Yorkers, if you're a New York-born New Yorker, Cuomo wins 40% to Mamdani's 31%, to Curtis Lee was 25%.
Cuomo's starting to sound like Trump, by the way. You're talking about strong borders, protect the police.
Amazing.
Got to cut taxes because the people are leaving for Florida. Like, whoa.
Listen to this, though. When you add foreign-born New Yorkers...
That's crazy.
Mamdani, 62% of the vote versus Andrew Cuomo's 24%, and Curtis Lee was 12%.
That is unbelievable. I mean, this shows you how screwed up
this
that
is
city.
how you take over a nation.
Yeah, that's right.
You bring in as many foreign-born people as you can.
Oh boy, sorry about that.
Right? This is the plan, folks. Bring in as many foreign-born people as you can.
Yep.
And then you too can elect a communist in your city. New York City is screwed, by the way. They're done. They are cooked with this guy.
The tax revenue they're going to bring in from hookers will be huge. That's the thing.
I'm sure.
Now it's they
want to pay police, so
it's tax free.
No, not anymore. Mamdani wants to. He says it's an official work. If you want to be a hooker, it's official work, and it'll go on the tax rolls.
Will this be similar to the crack pipe vending machine operation?
Yes.
Probably have the same amount of success. Yes.
Yeah.
My favorite was the solar-powered garbage cans in the subways. Those were great.
Yes.
With the lids just open up to touch them.
A lot of exposure.
So good.
Yeah, that was really well thought through.
Yeah. That was my favorite.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That pretty much sums up the Democrats for
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap it up.
Real quick, 2.5 months away from no more gas and new builds in the state, by the way.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That'll do well.
Yeah.
That'll do well.
Good luck with that.
A lot of new building.
Same by as the solar-powered garbage cans in the subway. It's about how good it's going to go.
I think it's 2040. They're going to start removing it out of people's homes.
Removing it.
I believe that's the date.
Good luck. Come and take it. That'll be the new sign. Make those signs up. Put a gas stove on a sign and put on "Come and take it." That'll be our newest promotion.
How many tens of thousands of people are going to die when it's like 5 below zero again?
I don't care.
In November.
That doesn't matter. No, they'll just replace them with foreign-born voters.
Just put in a stove, Mike, so a gas one, so she'll be fine.
You got to love that they have all natural gas at the new stadium too.
Yeah.
Of course they do.
Oh, that got put in right before they said, I don't think any new your house isn't going to have it.
No, not your house. No, not you. Not that one.
My favorite is they escorted Kathy into, and Amy's like, we're walking into the Bills game last year. I'm sure she flew in a private jet from New York City to Buffalo. And then they escort her in a golf cart like she is a queen, right? And like walking through, and Amy's like, please do not say anything to her. Please do not say anything to her.
Oh, yeah.
And I got a few beers in me. I'm like, get me at them.
You'd be like the Ryder Cup.
Oh, yeah.
How she got booed at the Ryder Cup? Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
No, bad.
Yes.
She's really bad.
Everywhere she goes, actually, though,
she gets
nobody likes her.
Yeah.
Nobody.
She's the worst governor in America.
She doesn't even
by
like
far.
herself, honestly.
Nobody likes her.
Definitely the dumbest.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
All right, we'll wrap it up. That was a good session.
I have to wrap it?
You got to wrap it.
Oh, boy. All right. If you guys throughout the week, you think like us, 833 Fin Guys, don't forget it. Mike, I'll let you plug us. You love to plug Medicare season.
I do love to plug it. I love it.
Yes, go ahead.
Because my inner circle.
Yes. I'm never going to live that one down.
No, I'll tell you what. If you really do need help with Medicare this year, you have to call like now because it is crazy. They are not going to get to everybody. We just don't have enough resources to do that because of all the changes that have happened. So 833 Fin Guys and make sure you get on board now. I'm telling you that now. They literally have scheduled out half-hour appointments. Normally hour, but half hour. There is so many crazy changes of people losing their coverage.
And I think they're into mid to late November already, too, because it's just craziness.
Yeah.
And our lobby right now is packed. I mean, literally standing room only in our lobby is crazy.
Crazy, 833 Fin Guys if you need our help. They'll do their best to get you on a schedule. Independent AHIP certified reps. Don't take advice from your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your friends. If they're not AHIP certified, they're not going to know who's covered, who's not, and where you're covered, and what if this happens and what if that happens. Independent experts, 833 Fin Guys.
Live Saturday, Hayflick and I?
Live Saturday.
Sounds good.
All right, so Hayflick and I are live Saturday.
Beautiful.
Call in with questions, text in with us. We'll have fun with the show on Saturday, get a bunch of callers on. So Saturday, 1 to 3, WBN, WHAM. Download the Financial Guys Media app. You get all of our content Monday through Sunday, radio shows, podcasts, interviews, you name it. We have it on the Financial Guys Media app. Thanks for listening. And what is this, our fifth roundtable we've done? Fourth, fifth? Do we know? Fourth or fifth? We'll do a new one in the new year for sure. We look forward to these. These are fun. Thanks again for listening, and we will see you next week.
Securities offered through Peak Brokerage Services, LLC, member FINRA SIPC. Any rebroadcast, reproduction, or other use of this show without the express written consent of the Financial Guys, LLC is strictly prohibited.